Hey, everybody out there, you're tuned in to 91.8 The Fan. You're in my corner, and I have a group of special guests in my corner. Would you guys like to somehow systematically introduce yourselves?
Hey, we are the Megas. This is Greg. I play bass for the band.
I'm Eric. I play guitar and sing some stuff.
My name's Brian. I play keyboards, synth, all that good stuff.
Nice. Throw in there. There I am. I'm Church. Play the drums.
Awesome.
And we are a general group of dudes
Yep.
named the Megas.
Well, we're very familiar with your work since we do play a lot of your stuff here on the station. Just want to get my webcam set up so I can join you guys and you won't feel so alone.
That's awesome.
You can see my messy bed. It's perfect. But yeah, thank you guys for joining us. It's nice to talk to you guys again. We actually only talked to technically half of you back in 2009, so it's great to touch base with you guys again, considering the fact you've released a lot since then.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
we hadn't even built Brian yet. He was still in the prototype phase.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
Fully
Church here was
constructed.
a completely different dude
Yeah,
back in
yeah.
2009.
Yep, different guy.
Not even blueprint for him.
same beard.
We go
Yeah.
through a lot of drummers.
Yeah.
Well, so for the fans out there, obviously you have your latest album, so what can they look forward to that album?
When or what? Sorry, I didn't
What
get
about it?
Oh, what about
Yeah,
it? Can
what
they
about
look forward to?
Well, the album art is a different color.
Yeah.
It's red.
There's
That's exciting.
If you felt like there was half the story missing on History Repeating Blue, then this is the other half.
Yeah, we got several people saying like, "Why didn't you guys do Gemini Man?"
Yeah.
It's like, well, we'll get to it. Now we got to it.
Wait for it. Boom! Dropped.
It's got a lot more Proto Man on it, which
Yeah.
is always fun.
Yeah, a couple new characters, lots of new story, lots of new production. I don't know.
Tons of sweet, tasty synth licks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one way to describe it.
Yeah.
Haven't heard that often, but that's one way to describe it. It's actually interesting that you mentioned Gemini Man because it's something that I've never heard you guys do before. It's got a very noir sort of style to it, and I think that's really interesting to hear you guys experiment.
Yeah, our fans have been calling it Gemini Noir.
Hashtag Gemma Noir.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got to give most of the credit on that song to Josh, who's not here, but he one of the few songs on the album that like didn't deviate at all from the original sketch, which he did. And he was just like
Yeah.
showed up one day and he was like, "Here's Gemini Man."
Yeah.
And then
I mean-
I think I changed the melody maybe a little bit in the chorus, couple of little things, but essentially it was like, "Yep, that's correct."
Yeah, he kind of just burst it fully formed from his head, and then we just had to follow it up.
Yeah.
Well, were you guys worried at all that it was something that maybe your fans were unfamiliar with, or did you just not care and you wanted to do something new anyway?
I was at first, and then when we recorded it, I was like, "This song is fantastic." So I wasn't worried. By the time we got to actual release, I wasn't worried at all.
Yeah, and I feel like it's a little bit of a different style, but it's still the same. It's still the Megas.
Yeah.
Like we're not like going, oh, okay, this song has no guitars. We're
Yeah.
gonna throw in like a big band section. Like it's kind of still the same elements. It just has a different feel to it.
Yeah.
In fact, the original mock-up of Gemini Man was even a little more laid back than the
Yeah, they were.
version that you recorded. And when I heard what Eric had done with it and Greg, in terms of tracking all the guitars and stuff, they really made it sound like the Megas and like a rock song.
More
Yeah,
like
I suppose
that.
that is true than the original.
Yeah.
Than the original thing. Yeah, because Josh only has 2 drum loops on his computer when he's doing a thing. There's that one, and then there's like a rock and roll one. I wish we could play them.
Yeah.
We'll do that on a podcast. So
Oh, there you go.
all of his sketches either contain one or both of those drum loops.
Well, now for the album, did you guys have any difficulties? Were there any like characters or songs that you had trouble adapting or thinking of a story for?
Yes, there was one in particular that we started dealing with when we were writing Blue, which was Needleman. And it's the hardest song we've ever written. For some reason, it went through, I don't know,
many
20?
permutations. Yeah.
20?
Several drafts because
Ow.
between
Yeah.
for a couple reasons too. It's because the story approach was a big one. It was just like, you know what? Okay, so the dude's covered in needles.
Is he a drug addict? Is he like a pain
Yeah,
S&M guy?
Should we go for like a needle in a haystack pun? Like
Yeah.
like there's all kinds of different, you know, needle things that we had and we couldn't figure it out. But then also like the original game song just has like a lot of stuff going on. There's like tons of different parts, and I feel like it goes for quite a while before it loops. So it was a little less simple and harder to kind of adapt to our style.
Yeah, and then I mean we literally changed that song 2 days before it went to master.
Oh, that's scary.
Yeah,
chorus
it was
time.
a small change, but we changed the lyrics of the chorus to what they are now. Because that line at the beginning of the chorus was actually the very first line in the song is the verse. And that got swapped. So.
Yeah, I think one of these days we want to do either a podcast or a YouTube video and kind of like lay out as many of the different versions that we can still find on our hard drive of like, then it was this, then it was this, then it was this.
We wrote like essays.
Yeah, like let's just write it as prose and then figure out a way to make it into lyrics.
So,
Well, that sounds like a lot of fun, even though it was challenging.
Yeah, most of the time it was fun. I don't know, occasionally it's because you know that you have to, like in a normal band we would just been like, okay, we're not going to do that song.
Yeah.
But since we know we have to do it, it gets a little frustrating because you want it to be good. So, but I think it turned out great. So it was worth the effort.
Definitely, and I want to say for the fans out there, they really seem to love your work, but a lot of them always ask, you know, when are you going to do more original work?
Ooh.
Well, you know, I think the request for other video game music is outweighing the original requests. So
yeah, we definitely get more of like, when are you doing Mega Man 5?
Yeah.
When are you doing Mega Man 10?
Yeah.
And then, you know, yeah, definitely some people asking for originals, but I think there's definitely more people interested in us doing every other Mega Man game that ever existed, which is
And I think, you know, we
clearly impossible.
Yeah, we all have our own little musical outlets that are original that no one really ever hears that take. I don't think it'll happen.
Yeah,
basically what I'm getting at.
We did one original song. We did a song for the Mega Man and Proto Man Scent Blasters air fresheners. That was the first, and that was the first time like us as a band, like with each other, had ever sat down and been like, all right, there's no there's no starting point. Let's just sit here and kind of jam something.
No, there was a starting point. It had to have the word scent blasters.
Oh yeah, that was the starting point. Is that somewhere in it we had to say get equipped with scent blasters. So that's all we had, and that was kind of a fun way to do it.
So I guess if you want us to write original work, come up with a product that you need a jingle.
Yeah, and hire us to write your jingle.
So can we get numbers, you know, for potential investors? I'm kidding.
Oh, scent blasters. I mean, you can see the studio was completely paid for. No, just kidding.
Well, for the games that people are requesting, are there any games that you guys specifically want to touch upon? If you could do any game whatsoever.
I mean, we have ideas for other games, but we haven't really solidified anything official yet. So we're
still basking in the glow of getting this one done. So
yeah, we've been working on Mega Man 3 for like basically 5 years now. So we're kind of like, it's awesome that we don't have something that everyone's all right, you guys are working on this. When's it coming out? When's it coming out? Like we're just like, it's out and we don't know what we're doing next, and we're not worried about it for a while. Yeah. So it's kind of nice.
Well, I'm sure. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you. I'm sure you guys are preparing for live shows though. Now that you actually have the CD done.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. We just try to figure out how we're actually going to play all this stuff live.
That's
the challenge.
Yeah, what goes in the backing track? Who gets to play?
A large chunk of Red we've never like actually played as a full band. We've all played our individual parts.
I feel like that's a thing though with video game music, because you hear a lot of these bands that don't even like live
in the same
state, so they get together. They all know their parts and they get together.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's definitely the immediate challenge is learning how to play this stuff.
but it's also nice to be able to do that, but then not have to go, okay, and then practice, and then we got to learn this and write this. It's just playing live. It's going to be really fantastic.
Yeah.
Because as we were making Street Pink Red and Blue, we'd had shows throughout the year, and we got to practice, and then sort of derail the writing process, which just takes a lot longer to come out with an album when you have a bunch of shows to prep.
And when you're trying to do it all in your spare time. Which we are.
Yeah. Yeah, there were so many moments like throughout the past 6 months where one of us or many of us would be traveling or something was going on, or we got another job or something, and it was just so hard to like actually finish the album.
Yeah.
But now you can go out for pizza. You've done it.
Yeah, it's done.
With
So
the power of friendship.
we're not really dealing with the future. We're just staying in the present. So I'm sorry if we avoided that question, but we're avoiding that question.
That is perfectly fine. But
because seriously, the moment that we say, the moment that we say like, oh yeah, we're thinking about doing this next, like it shows up on our Wikipedia page, and then someone's like, so you announced that this album would be coming out. We're like, wait, that was just an idea.
Well, one more future question: what shows do you have coming up where people can see you live?
We are playing in Orlando at Orlando Nerd Fest, which is like, I think it's August 8th through 10th. And that's gonna be awesome. It's got the Earthbound Papas, Uematsu's band is gonna be playing, so we're like super excited to play with him again. Yeah. But yeah, it's gonna be really fun because we didn't go to Nerdapalooza last year, and it had been kind of a staple of ours to go to Orlando every summer and play and hang out with people and go on water slides. So we had last year off and it was sad, so we're excited to go back and do that again. And then we have a few other things in the works, but I don't know if they're locked down yet. But people can keep an eye on themegas.com. Yeah. Like as soon as we know for sure that we have a show booked, it'll pop up right on the front page of there.
Yeah, we're planning a bunch of stuff, but that's the only one we can officially announce.
Yeah. 50-50.
50-50,
Yeah.
Well, we don't want to get you in trouble with any conventions or any NDA ninjas. Those are the worst. Just come up from behind and kill you. But for the fans out there, obviously you have your website and you have Twitter and Facebook, but are there any other things you want to promote to them? Anything else that you want to let them know about in terms of the process for this new album?
Well, if you want to see some of the making of process of making the album, we have a Twitch page. It's twitch.tv/themegas. And we actually recorded ourselves. Eric and Greg did a whole segment on
backing vocals.
What song?
Refuse to Believe.
Refuse to Believe.
Yeah.
So, and then we did a whole gang vocal recording here of just all the gang vocals that we needed for that whole stream, 2 hours. So, and then I recorded a bunch of stuff at my place, just writing synth for the album.
Josh did some artwork, so there's some stuff to look at on the making of.
Yeah, that stuff's all archived on there, and then I think we have some stuff that we had recorded that we just didn't want to reveal before the album was out because it was of like newer songs. So we're gonna probably post that on YouTube.
Well, we'd love to see like a DVD combo. That would be fun.
Yeah.
Bloopers and random adventures at conventions. Make it a thing.
Yeah.
Drunken hangovers. It'd be perfect.
Well, I think we have some footage, right, Rizzy? From
what? Last Orlando?
Yeah,
Rizzy is our in-house photographer.
Yeah, Rizzy's our
BB sliding.
Yeah.
Rizzy came with us to Nerdapalooza 2 summers ago, and we got a bunch of stuff. So maybe one day that'll see the light of day.
That was fun.
Yeah. It was really just an excuse to hang out with Rizzy.
Yeah.
He's always working, so we had to pay him.
I mean, when the staff go to conventions, they're allowed to drink, but I'm like con mom. I got to make sure people don't go off the deep end. So, just in case they do, I have a vlog camera with me on like one of those like monopods, and I just take it with me, and I'll just film them while they're drunk, and I'll be like, "This is what you did." And then it doesn't happen anymore.
We'll make sure to avoid you when we're drinking then.
I put the camera away if guests ask, but if it's my staff, I gotta make fun of them, right?
Nice.
I'll tell you,
I'm
if
sure
anyone
you guys
knows
do the
anyone,
same thing.
yeah, for sure. If anyone out there knows anyone at a major television network that wants to follow us around, we'd certainly be down for a little Megas reality
Or even
show.
a super minor television network.
Yeah.
Or even
Like-
just a video camera.
Yeah.
Come on over.
I'm sure you'd find plenty of fans that would want to do that, though.
Yeah.
Actually, in terms of the new album, have you heard fan reaction, and what are your thoughts on the way people are reacting to it?
Surprisingly, everyone hates it.
Yeah.
No.
We're seeing a lot of people listening to the album repeatedly
Yeah.
for like 4 or 5 hours straight. So that could cause some brain damage possibly.
It's just too epic
Yeah.
to take in that quantity.
Yeah, it seems like people have been really happy with it so far, and that it's been exceeding expectations, which is nice. Because, like, I felt like we set the bar a little bit high with Blue, and even myself, I was, like, worried that, like, what if Red's not as good as Blue? Blue was pretty sweet, and we put, like, a lot of, like, the in-the-game catchiest songs ended up on Blue, so then we were kind of working more with the deep cuts on this one.
Yeah. We didn't want to blue our wad with it, you know?
But yeah, so
Hey, well, that one's for you, Riz.
so far people have been very happy with it, and I do think that, like, story wise, this one is kind of our best work, like, as far as all the lyrics being very cohesive from song to song and it feeling like a complete story, which people have been appreciating that, so that's cool.
Now, I have been kind of stalking you on your Reddit AMA because I believe that just concluded, and I did see how you guys were thinking about doing possibly in the future maybe a remix album or something that has to do with more acoustic stuff. Obviously, it's not confirmed, just an idea, I'm sure. But what stuff would you like to revisit if you got a chance to?
Well, and I will. If this goes on the Wikipedia page, it's definitely not going to happen. So, the thing we've always talked about, and no one's done anything. We haven't done any work on it at all, except talk about it. Is doing, like we did for Get Equipped. We did Get Acoustic, so it would be every song, but half would be remixes, half would be acoustic, and it would still be a 2-disc. I don't know. That's like our dream, but who knows? It takes so long.
It takes so long.
Yeah.
It's so much work.
Yeah,
to put
because
out an album.
on the Fly on a Dog single, Brian did a remix of Fly on a Dog called Just Another Machine. And we were super stoked on how that turned out. And then we also wanted to do acoustic stuff, so then it was kind of like, well, how about we do some of the songs Just Another Machine style and some of the songs like Get Acoustic style. So that's kind of...
But I mean, that's easily like
Another
2-3 years. Like put 20 more songs out or whatever.
Yeah.
It might
Yeah.
be. So
Well, just so everybody knows, it's an idea. So not a
that would be what we'd like to do. Who knows?
Well, I will say from a personal perspective, I really like your acoustic stuff. I think it sounds really nice. So I hope to hear more in the future, so I will be looking out for that in case it happens in a magical world.
Yes, thank you. Maybe we'll just piece it out one song at a time.
Oh, there you go.
No,
You
we
can
could
release
release them
digitally.
all as just like
Singles,
single songs.
so that you don't have to wait.
Yeah.
Hey, that's the Japanese way.
Idea.
Yeah.
We should know. We play all those Japanese songs, and then I have singles for, like, I have 12 singles before I get an album. It's amazing. It's my favorite.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
why stick to the old model
Oh, yeah.
anymore?
yeah, we can charge $1.29 per song. That'd be
Well,
great.
because it's a single, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, we're gonna make so much money.
Well, since we're nearing the end of this interview, I was wondering if you guys would be willing to participate in a 91.8 The Fan tradition.
That depends on what it is. Wait, don't agree.
Wait, hold on.
We basically ask if you'd be willing to do a radio bump for us, which is kind of harder when you do have a group of people.
Oh, we're
Absolutely.
pros at it.
Yeah.
What do you
Oh,
want us to say?
perfect. We basically ask if you could say, hello, my name is, or we are, whatever works for you guys. Usually we say we do this, but since you're a group, you don't need to have that part. And you're tuned into 91.8 The Fan.
Okay, so I'm gonna say hi.
And we all say,
Hey,
hi.
No, I'm
we're
gonna
the
say
Megas.
hi, and then we're all gonna say we're the Megas,
Okay.
and then you're gonna say
Yeah.
you're tuned in. You want to do it?
No, how about we all say hi, we're the Megas, and then
Yeah.
you say,
You're tuned
And
in
you're
to
tuned in
91.8 The Fan. Okay, here we go. Ready? Hi,
we're the Megas.
and you're tuned in to 91.8 The Fan.
Look how easy that was. That was super easy.
Should we do it now to take for safety?
If you would like to, and if you would like to put any random thing in it, feel free. I'm sure our audio editors will have fun.
Well, just to clarify, are we all saying hi as well?
I think it's easier. Yeah.
Hi, we're the
Say.
Megas.
Ready?
Hi, we're the Megas.
And you're tuned in to 91.8 The Fan. How'd that sound?
That sounded amazing, thank you. I just wanted to make sure that nobody else wanted to add anything.
Yeah, that's
Well,
good.
I don't have the mixtape air horn. We need a
Yeah.
Well, we
Someone
will
can-
add anything you happen to send
Yeah,
us.
if you can add that in,
Yeah,
that'd be amazing.
We can totally do that. But for the fans out there, is there anything else you want to tell them? Any words of wisdom, dating advice, predictions for the end of the world?
We just really want to say thank you for supporting us and
Yeah.
buying the album. It did better than we could have possibly dreamed and hoped for. We put a lot of work into it, and we're glad everyone likes it. Thanks.
This time around, we did like a pre-order thing, so it was like people had to take a leap of faith and give us money before we gave them anything.
And they did.
Yeah, and they did. It's like Kickstarter without the BS. But yeah, it was cool, and we still have to deliver on our promise by actually giving them the hard copy of the CD, which
Oh, well,
is
that's in the works.
being printed now.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'd like to say. Thank you to everyone. Or just listen to it on Bandcamp, or just like Facebook post. Any support at all is
Yeah.
Nice.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys. It was a pleasure to talk with you again.
Thank you.
Likewise.
Nice to talk to you.
Likewise.
And for anybody out there that missed any of this interview, shame on you, but don't fret. It'll be up on the website within the next few days, so keep it tuned to 91.8 The Fan. Everything you want and nothing you don't.